129.972 from Ralph Hernandez. A Spanish 1-2.
Gets every ounce of horsepower out of that V4 Yamaha. What kind of third sector has it been for Fabio Quartararo? He's lost a tenth of a half now, and he's going to need a magic final sector to get in amongst the Spaniards up at the top.
He's had 51 front row starts in his MotoGP career as Fabio Quartararo. He would love to be in the hunt for a 52nd a little bit later on this morning. Through Recordamont we go. 11th quickest at the moment is Quartararo. Powers the Yamaha out of the final corner. Oh, brilliant. What a last sector. What a last sector that was by Quartararo. He found a 129.967. 5,000 because the French fans are loving this. They are roaring. They are willing Quartararo onto a fight for a second pole position in 2 years here in Le Mans. What about Aldeguer then? Let's see what he can do. Moves up a couple of places, finds a high 130, 130.838 to be precise, as Fabio Quartararo is once again on the money. Fastest time of the weekend so far, a 129.907 from his fellow French. That first sector, what a first sector that is by the world champion. It's getting better as well in the second split. Down into garage, there he goes. Look how hard he's pushing the front end of that factory Ducati. Missing front feeling? I don't think so.
He's not missing commitment, is he? No question about it. He's launching that Ducati into these braking zones. Quartararo's not going slowly, as you can see up ahead. He's going to move the goalpost down to a sort of mid to high 29, but Marc Marquez could be in danger of an all-time lap record. Here comes Quartararo down to a 29.7. Can Marc Marquez beat it? He's in danger of demolishing it.
Into the blur S's goes Marc then now, through the left-hander of 12. We'll be back to, there he is then, on the factory Ducati. Full attack mode, full commitment this by the number 93. Over the line he will come shortly. 129.288, and out of absolutely nowhere, out of nowhere, Marc Marquez has just produced the fastest ever MotoGP lap of Le Mans. Look at Pecco Bagnaia and Davide Tardozzi on the other side of that factory Ducati garage. They can't quite believe what we have just witnessed. A special rider, a special talent, a special lap time.
Well, he was faced with a challenge which we weren't sure he had the answer to. Boy, has he provided an extraordinary, emphatic answer there. Faster than Fabio Quartararo's pole time of last year. He's 4/10 clear of the field now. Quartararo's lap was special enough to do a 29.7, and that has moved the goalpost into principally a different stadium for Marc Marquez. He is walking.
Looks like at the moment, with 60 seconds of the session remaining, it will be Fabio Quartararo going into Q2, which means, much to the delight of the home crowd, it will be Quartararo and Zarco, one or two of the 12 riders will be in the hunt for our 5th pole position of the season. Marc Marquez, it was the first sector, but it was just at the fastest ever lap around this 4.19 kilometre Le Mans circuit. He had to find something special, and when he needed it, boy did he deliver something special.
Yeah, the two MotoGP world champions in this session, both explaining to the world why they're world champions. Marc Marquez and Fabio Quartararo look like they're the two riders to go through. And that reaction, the reaction from Pecco Bagnaia, who's just in amazement, but Davide Tardozzi, who has seen plenty in his long career as a team manager, even he is amazed by that.
Bagnaia looks across to Christian Gabarini, his crew chief, and just goes, as he really just
on the grid for the sprint later on, and Toprak Razgatlioglu just ahead of him in 7th place. He outqualifies his teammate Jack Miller for the 4th consecutive Grand Prix. But it is Marc Marquez who tops Q1 with a new all-time lap record. What on earth are we going to see in Q2 next? Quartararo also through in 2nd place.
Time this season. Ayagura was 9th quickest yesterday, 17th place, but as he so often does all around the world, but particularly here in Le Mans, he has found some special laps so far this morning. And you just know, if anybody pole position in Le Mans himself, busy the number 93, Marc Marquez. 4 times he's been on pole here in Le Mans. He took his first ever pole position in World Championship racing all the way back in 2009 when he was a 125cc rider. Oh, that was tight.
Yeah, that was Costa, I think, nearly running into the back of Di Gianantonio as they're jockeying for some space. So Muller the 3rd sector, Bezzecchi's a quarter of a second up now on Fabio Di Gianantonio. The Aprilias are starting to nosy into the action now.
They are. Phillip Island 2024, Jorge Martin's last MotoGP pole position, of course, when he was on the Pramac Ducati on that particular occasion. Over the line he goes, up into second. Bezzecchi, though, does lead. So two factory Aprilias then have jumped onto the front row. A 129.82
session. Not only are they slower still than Mark was in Q1, but they're also still slower than Quartararo was, second quickest in qualifying one. So understandably, I guess, every rider making sure that they get themselves a lap time on the board. We're going to see some serious risks taken.
The race of 2025 for so many people. He says he gets stopped all around the world. It doesn't matter where he is. Sepang, Phillip Island, all over the world. Whenever a MotoGP fan claps eyes on Johann Zarco, the first thing that they mention to him is Le Mans 2025. Bagnaia, Martin also looking good on the factory Aprilia once again.
Overall best first sectors for Acosta, Di Giannantonio, Bagnaia, Agura, Martin and Marc Marquez. Marc Marquez the strongest though through the second sector. Is he threatening another low 129?
He's looking so good. Goes through the gearbox, you can see there with the left foot as he came out of garage there. With the Ducati a little bit unsettled, sideways on the brakes, just an indicator of how he wants to on the grid as he stands right now. But for how much longer? Over the line, Mark goes. Bagnaia is fourth. Marc Marquez back into P1, topping Q1, topping Q2.
Oh, super close. Di Giannantonio matches it on a 29.6. Alex Marquez, he's had a crash. Alex Marquez is somewhere in the first sector. Is it the Dunlop chicane where his teammate crashed yesterday? The answer is yes. Place. Can he cut the gap or can he get ahead of Marc Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio? Bagnaia's also making a late dart for the front row of the grid. Bezzecchi does go up into second place. Can Bagnaia better that? Because he takes pole position.
Pecco Bagnaia out of absolutely nowhere. Well, we've got a factory Ducati 1-2 now. Pecco Bagnaia then on the front row on pole position. Bagnaia's last pole was at the back end of 2025. The Malaysian Grand Prix in Sepang could be his 28th MotoGP pole.
Yeah, Marc Marquez isn't going to beat it. He's slowing, look, out of the final corner. So Marc Marquez and Fabio Di Giannantonio were busy playing games and watching each other on the previous lap. They've had their pocket picked by Pecco Bagnaia this morning.
129.634. We never really got anywhere close. We never really threatened, did we? The 129.288 that Marc delivered in Q1. So Marc Marquez was almost 0.4 of a second slower in Q2 for the World Championship leader, because Fabio Di Giannantonio at the moment fourth quickest, which has been his lowest qualifying position of the season so far. It might be a front runner, it could be even better. Pecco Bagnaia loosening the T so what of his wrist here.
Johann Zarco, by the way, did just set a personal best, but he, like last year, will start in 11th. But it's all down to two Italians. Is it going to be Bagnaia or is it going to be Fabio Di Giannantonio, potentially on for a third pole of the year?
This is going to be mighty close. Just 0.04 of a second between Bagnaia and Di Giannantonio as he comes into this fourth split. Out of the final corner goes Di Gia. Over the line, no, he lost it. Lost time in that fourth sector. So he's going to be fourth. He's taken the checker flag. Yeah, I think the VR46
he's still up at the third sector. Maybe that was just in his mind and clouding his thoughts as he came into the final part. Bagnaia, his first pole position since Malaysia last year.
Somebody who did miss out big time late on in that session. Well, two Aprilias missed out. Jorge Martin, with a couple of minutes left, was on the front row of the grid. He was as high as second. Martin gets punted back down to